Prince Harry's win over controversial and big celebration this summer. Prince Harry's admission of drug use led to the request for his visa applications to be made public. Prince Harry's U.S. visa records will not be made public after a Freedom of Information Act request was denied by the Department of Homeland Security. The Heritage Foundation think tank argued that the Duke of Sussex's visa records should be made public, after he admitted in his blockbuster memoir Spare to taking drugs including marijuana and cocaine in the United Kingdom, and psychedelic mushrooms in California. However, in a letter to send to the organization, DHS Senior Director Jimmy Wolfrey wrote, "To the extent records exist, this office does not find a public interest in disclosure sufficient to override the subject's privacy interests. The admissions of drug abuse can be a hurdle for non-Americans who want to be admitted to the country, as it is a required answer on visa forms." In response, the director of the Heritage Foundation's Margaret Thatcher Center for Freedom, Niles Gardiner, said the DHS response shows an appalling lack of transparency by the Biden administration, and that the Department of Homeland Security's efforts to stonewall the Heritage Foundation's Freedom of Information request are unacceptable, and we will be contesting their position. There are only 3 possible ways in which the Duke of Sussex could have entered the United States on a visa. Prince Harry disclosed the full extent of his drug use and received a waiver. DHS blatantly ignored the law, or Prince Harry lied on oath, he continued. To say, as DHS argue, that merely acknowledging whether a waiver exists would violate the Duke of Sussex's privacy is to say, it is private whether he has a waiver, which he must have if he complied with the law given that he currently resides in the United States. It is private whether the government blatantly ignored the law in Prince Harry's case, or that there is a privacy interest in perjury. Ultimately, the release of Prince Harry's U.S. immigration records will be decided in federal court by a federal judge. We are determined to prevail in a matter of clear public interest, on an important issue that matters to the American people. The application and enforcement of America's immigration laws without fear or favor, he concluded. Customs and Border Protection, U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, and the Office of Biometric Identity Management had all also rejected requests for Harry's records. Speaking to reporters outside the D.C. federal courthouse, the foundation's lawyer claimed that Prince Harry had forfeited his right to privacy after highly publicized interviews, and the decision to release an autobiography. Harry moved to the U.S. in 2020 with his wife, American Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. They have 2 children, Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet, whom they are raising in Montecito, 2 hours north of Los Angeles. Prince Harry has recently dealt with the stress of traveling to London to testify in his court case against Mirror Group newspapers, which saw him testify for hours. Some good news for the royal was confirmed on Wednesday, however, as reported by Newsweek. Despite rumors that the prince's passion project, Heart of Invictus, was cancelled by Netflix, the streaming service told the publication that nothing had changed since the show was announced in January. According to Newsweek, when contacted by Newsweek on the 14th of June, representatives for Netflix said that the information in the January announcement was still correct and accurate. Fronted by Harry himself, the concept behind the show is to follow some of the participants of the 2022 Invictus Games, which the prince founded in 2014 to allow sick and injured ex-service people to compete. The 2022 Invictus Games was scheduled to take place in the Netherlands in 2020, but was delayed for 2 years due to the pandemic. At the time of the series announcement in 2021, Prince Harry released a statement, saying, "Since the very first Invictus Games back in 2014, we knew that each competitor would contribute in their own exceptional way to a mosaic of resilience, determination, and resolve. This series will give communities around the world a window into the moving and uplifting stories of these competitors on their path to the Netherlands next year." As Archewell Productions' first series with Netflix, in partnership with the Invictus Games Foundation, I couldn't be more excited for the journey ahead, or prouder of the Invictus community for continuously inspiring global healing, human potential and continued service. Ted Sarandos, the Netflix's chief content officer, said, "The Duke and Duchess of Sussex and the Markle Productions team are building an ambitious slate that reflects the values and causes they hold dear. From the moment I met them, it's been clear that the Invictus Games hold a very special place in their hearts. And I couldn't be happier that their first series for Netflix will showcase that for the world in a way never seen before. Last year's docuseries about Harry and his wife, Meghan, quickly became Netflix's most popular documentary of all time. Thank you for watching. If you like our video, would you please help us like, share and subscribe our channel. Wish you happy to see our videos. Thank you very much.